Hardscapers, how you doing? My name is George with Hardscaper Hub, and in this video, I want to go over 9 reasons why you should be optimizing your Google Map listing. Okay, we all know that we're trying to get as many leads as we possibly can through different mediums, and what should you focus on? Where should you put your efforts? And I think really trying to focus on your Google Map listing is a very, very worthwhile effort. We all know that our potential prospects are coming from online sources, right? They jump onto Google, they jump onto Bing, and they're searching for your services. And it's really important for you to be essentially omnipresent in your market. Okay, so first of all, why do you even want to focus on your Google Map listing? Well, let me share a few statistics with you. The first one is not necessarily a statistic, but for many of your services that you offer in your local marketplace, okay, your map listing, your Google profile listing is actually going to be at the top of the search results. It could probably be under the Google Ads section, but it is most often above the organic listings in the search results page. That means that Google is prioritizing that map listing because that's what searchers want to see. Okay, they want to look at your map listing and see what people are saying about your services. They want to read the reviews. They want to see previous projects that you've done, maybe before and after pictures. They want to see videos. All of these elements that are included in the map listing are elements that people are engaging with. And so it's really, really important that you are at the top of the map listing, okay? So your GBP, if you don't have one, if you haven't claimed your profile listing, then you cannot be at the maps, okay? You can't be up here. And so it's really important that that you have one. If not, you can go to business.google.com and you can sign up for one. It's free, and there you're likely going to have to do some kind of a video verification, just showing your business address, the some of your tools that you operate with, maybe a truck. You want to show your logo, maybe even your website. There's a lot of things that you can do to verify that your business is actually located at that address, but you really want to take that first step, okay? Now, approximately 4 out of 6 businesses have never done a Google Business Profile post, okay? Those posts can be found right over here. Actually, if you go a little bit lower, they are generally here, and this one has not done one, at least not here in the recent past. Okay, so this is a perfect example of that. A business post is essentially like a Facebook post or a LinkedIn post. These GBP listings are essentially like a mini social media platform. Okay, and the more engaged you are with this platform, generally the better it's going to be perceived with Google. Okay, they're gonna trust your map listing more, and they would be more willing to serve you up higher in the search results for relevant search queries. Okay, about 45% of all searches done online are actually within your local market, and so that means that about 45% of the time, people are searching for either a local service provider or local products in your market. Okay, so that's a tremendous opportunity for you to be front and center in front of your prospects when they're searching for your services. All right, 6 out of 10 businesses currently are not even optimizing their map listing for local search, and so that presents a tremendous opportunity for you. And in general, obviously this is market dependent, but in general, that means that ranking better and performing better in your local market with your Google Map listing it's relatively easy, right? It may not be a walk in the park, but there's a lot of things that can be done to really get you ranking higher faster. Okay, so let's take a look at number 1. Number 1 is you should use a tool like this one, which is Keywords Everywhere. This is a Chrome extension. All right, and essentially what it is let's say that you're doing a search for a retaining wall contractor in Tulsa, Oklahoma. All right, This tool is actually going to show you what categories your competitors are using. Category, at least your primary category, is a major ranking factor. Okay, a lot of times I'll look through some listings, and let's say for the same exact search query, retaining wall contractor. Okay, they will have a category, a primary category, at such as a contractor, just the one word contractor. Okay, and contractor is just very, very vague. What kind of contractor are you? Google has many subcategories within the contractor umbrella, and so you can take a look at this this top listing. What are they using? Well, retaining wall supplier. Okay, this is going to tell you. Okay, they've got supplier, concrete product supplier, this conservatory construction contractor, so on and so forth. And then this is a benchmark that you can use to compare what your listing currently has as a primary category versus your competitors. If you're seeing that everybody is a landscaper, like if we scroll down, we see this guy's a landscaper, they're number 3 right now, then maybe that's an indication to you that the primary category you should be using is a landscaper as well, right? Because Google associates search queries with all of these categories. And so maybe contractor is not doing it. Maybe you have to do landscaper, right? And so GBP category is number 1. All right. Okay, so the second element on the list is your business name. Now, I'm not asking you to fudge this. I'm not asking you to change up what your true business name is, but your business name is taken into consideration in Google searches. Okay. Let's say that you operate as Mike's Lawn Mowing. Okay. But you want to be found as a landscaper in Tulsa, Oklahoma. All right. Maybe you can create a DBA with the state. Okay. And you can put something such as Mike's landscaper in Tulsa, or Mike's landscaping service, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Right. And you can file that with the state, and then you can change up your Google business profile name accordingly. That is legal. That is a good practice to implement, because the more keywords that you have in your Google business name, the easier it would be for Google to associate your name with that service. Okay, the third element is having your Google business profile listing in the city that you really want to service. Okay, so in this particular example, let's say that we really want to service Tulsa, Oklahoma. Now, maybe we are just outside of Tulsa, let's say we're in Oakhurst. That's really where our business is domiciled, and so that's where we're going to get the Google business profile listing as the central point of that listing. Now, Tulsa is the main market. That's where you're going to see a lot of your opportunities come from. There's a lot more density in Tulsa than there is in Oakhurst, and so it stands to reason that you're likely going to get more leads and more calls coming from your listing if you were domiciled in Tulsa. If you want to really get that profile listed and optimized for the Tulsa market, what you can do is go to a general WeWork space. You can rent out a space from there. And as long as there is someone who is essentially an office person operating during your, or who is there present during your normal business hours, then that's perfectly fine. And within the guidelines of Google for this business listing. Okay, you can sign up for one of those services and get your Google business profile verified there, and it is much more likely that you're going to be ranking in that larger Tulsa market versus if you are in Oakhurst trying to rank in Tulsa. Okay, so that is the third element to getting your Google business profile optimized. The fourth element is getting your Google business profile description and profile completely filled out 100%. Okay, so what I mean is if you go into your business profile listing, go into the edit profile section and make sure that all of those elements are complete and that they're accurate, right? Go to the business category. Make sure that you don't just have a primary category, but that you have secondary categories as well. Go to the description. Is your description talking about your business and the services that you provide? Does it talk about the locations? Are you inserting keywords where it applies? Don't keyword stuff, but just make sure that it's a thorough description with proper keywords that are inserted in there. opening date, contact information, your website. Is your website going to your homepage, or is it going to a location page? All of these factors kind of play into the performance of your Google Map listing. Do you have social profiles that are inserted in there? Location and areas, right? So in this particular case, you're servicing the entire Chicagoland market, and so you can see here your service area is Chicago, Cook County, and DuPage County. Do you have business hours in there? Maybe special hours for some special holidays that are coming up, and maybe you're going to be closed on that holiday, or maybe you've got limited hours on that holiday. The more information that you can provide to Google, then they're going to see that you are a very active business profile, and that's what Google likes. They like to see activity. Okay, so go down here, add more hours for any of these that apply, and service options. Do you speak any other languages, right, other than English? Now, also, you're going to want to make sure that you edit the services that you offer. Okay, so if you go into this section right here, you can see that you've got a primary category right here, which is masonry contractor. Okay, and then brick and block work, color change, crack settlements, and leaks. These are some of the sub-services that Google has just imported on their own based off of information on your website, based off of some of the searches that you've previously ranked for. And all you have to do is go into each one of these, and with the help of ChatGPT, okay, you can easily create a 1 or 2 sentence description for each of these services. So insert something like, hey, ChatGPT, help me create a 1 to 2 line description of brick and block work. Okay, it's just that simple. And then it's going to give you that two sentence description. You can just literally copy and paste it into each of these service sections. So make sure that this is completely filled out 100%, and that is part of the optimization of your Google Business Profile. Okay, the 5th element is to continuously add photos and videos to your Google Business Profile. Now, these photos and videos, you want them to be geo-tagged. So if you're taking photos with your cell phone, they already have some tagging in there included in each and every photo. And if that's the case, then you can just upload them to your Google Business Profile. The more active you can be with that, the better. I can tell you that the statistic is 98% of all searchers who land on your Google Business Profile, they read reviews, they look at your photos, and they look at your videos. Okay, and so that is something that Google measures. They call it engagement, and the more videos and images that you can have on your Google listing, the better off you're going to be. The average map listing only has 11 images on it, so do better, right? If you want your Google Business Profile to perform at a higher level than your competitors, put in 20, 30, 40 images. Constantly keep on adding more images for every single project that you successfully complete, and you'll always have a continuous stream of videos and images to add. Now, let's say that you have not used your video camera for whatever reason, and you want to add some more photos, and all you have to do is go to a tool like this, tool.geoimgr.com, and you can just drag and drop a photo in here, and it will actually let you geotag that photo. So it's actually going to insert geo coordinates into that photo, and you can actually put a pin on wherever it is that you did that service, or let's say that you want to geotag your office, you can do that, and then it's going to allow you to download that photo with the geo coordinates in there, and all you have to do is then take that photo and upload it into your Google Business Profile. It's that simple, it's that easy. Now, I know that there's some debate between geotagging photos. Some people say don't do it, it's just a waste of time. Google strips all of that code, and yes, that is true. Google does strip the code, but we don't know what Google does with that code. Just because they strip it so that others can't see where the photo was geotagged does not mean that they don't take it into consideration. And so for this step, where it's something so easy to do, I always do it with my clients, and it's something that I encourage you to do as well. The 6th element is encouraging your clients to leave positive feedback for you on your Google Business Profile listing. Reviews are not a major ranking factor. In fact, I don't even think that they're a direct ranking factor, But I do think that they are an indirect ranking factor, which Google measures, engagement rate. Again, as I had mentioned previously, they measure, dwell time on your Google business listing. And the more reviews that you have, the more enticing that is for a prospective customer to look at your Google business profile, read all of the reviews that you have, look through all of your images, and that in turn will again improve the ranking of your listing. If Google sees that people are on your map listing and engaging with your map listing more than your competitors, then that's a positive signal for Google. And one way that you can do that is by encouraging your customer to leave reviews. Okay, so you can use a simple image just like this. In fact, I am happy to leave a link to this image down below, and all you have to do is just you can insert a QR code where someone can take their telephone and just scan the QR code. It's going to take them directly to your Google map listing where they can leave a review. All right, and so sometimes I've encouraged my previous clients to laminate this and share it with all of their staff, especially their laborers. And once they're done with a project and you've got the client's complete sign off, then you can encourage them by giving them this postcard and saying, this is a family-run business. We would really appreciate your honest feedback, and all you have to do is scan this QR code, and it's that simple. And so use something like this. This is another version of this postcard where, again, you've got just a QR code there, and it even has instructions, right? Open the camera app, scan the QR code, and write us a review. It's that simple. And so the more reviews, the better. You also want to make sure to reply to every single review. Again, that shows involvement in your organization. Whether it's a positive review or negative review, you want to leave a response. All right. Again, 98% of all of your searchers are looking at your reviews, your images, and your videos. So this is very, very important. Okay, number 7 is to link out to relevant pages on your website from your Google Business Profile listing. Think of your Google Business Profile listing potentially as a franchise, okay? If your business has multiple locations, you want that GBP profile to link out to that specific location page on your website. So, in this particular case, we are just linking out to the homepage because this doesn't have multiple locations. But if you did, you'd want to make sure that the phone number is actually a unique phone number with that area code, okay? You want to make sure that your website listing is specific to that location page on your website. And if you've got multiple social profiles, right, you want to make sure that those profiles are updated for each individual location. So this, again, it just creates more geo-relevancy and gives another signal to Google that your business profile listing is really relevant to that geo area. Okay, the 8th element is for you to get links, backlinks from other local organizations, okay? Google thinks that it makes perfect sense for local businesses to do business with other local businesses, right? And so those links have geo-relevancy to them. If you're getting a link from your local chamber of commerce, that is a geo-relevant link. And that just makes sense, right? Local businesses do business with other local businesses. And so, maybe there are nonprofit organizations that you really resonate with and you would like to contribute. Maybe you sponsor some money, you donate some money, and a lot of these organizations will actually give you a link back to your business as a way of saying thank you, okay? And so try and get as many links from local businesses as you possibly can. This is going to increase the authority of your website, but then also at the same time create more geo-relevancy for your Google Business Profile. And these are things that people are not doing. And it's just a tremendous opportunity for you to stand out and get, again, create that omnipresence in your local marketplace. Okay, and the last element, number 9, is to make updates to your Google business profile. You want to post on a regular cadence. I like to do at least once a week to show that there's activity there, to show that there's life in your Google business profile. And as I had mentioned before, your Google business profile listing is actually like a mini social media network. Okay, and so the more activity that you are engaged with on your Google business profile listing, the more that Google's going to like it, the more that they're going to syndicate it out, and the more omnipresent you're going to be in your local market. So the way you do that, as you can see for this particular listing, these are Google business profile posts, and you generally want to include a post about a service or maybe something that is current in your local market. Maybe you're transitioning from the winter to the spring, and there are certain tasks that need to be done from a hardscaping standpoint. Maybe it's a maintenance element or a maintenance item that should be done, and so you want to bring that up to your potential customers, right? The way I like to do this is include a photo in there, but also use the problem, agitate, solve type of a structure, okay? Identify a problem and call that problem out in the post. All right, then you're going to agitate that a little bit, saying, if you don't take care of this, then over time your paver patio, it could experience issues. You may have a ton of weeds coming through your the patio is going to deteriorate, and it's going to end up costing you a lot more money in the long run. So take care of this issue now, right? And then the solve portion is, hey, we are experts at paver patios. Call us for a free consultation and we'd be happy to come out and give you an estimate. Take that approach, and again, try doing a GBP post at least once a week. 4 times a month is a great starting point, and then from there you can always add more GBP posts. The way I like to do it is to create all 4 posts at once. Obviously, you wouldn't want to publish all 4 at once, but at least you've got them scheduled, and you've got the content created, and then come week 2, you can literally just copy and paste that post into your profile and then hit publish. That way you're not creating a brand new post every single week. So there you have it. Those are 9 elements that you can introduce into your Google business profile to improve its performance, help you generate more leads from Google. Remember, these leads are essentially free, okay? People are jumping onto your Google business profile, they're reviewing your business, and then they're making a call on whether they're going to interact and engage with your business, okay? And so really optimizing your Google Map listing is a really essential element for your online presence. If you are looking for any help with your Google Map listing, feel free to reach out. Happy to take a look at your overall online presence and really just identify areas of improvement and put together a game plan for how you can dominate your local market. So if that's the case, feel free to reach back out, or there should be a link down below where you can schedule a time, get on our calendar, and we'll identify those gaps for you in your local marketplace. Again, this is George Paveda with Hardscaper Hub, and hope to talk to you soon. Take care.